Hello, YouTube. This is the Spectrum Publishing Big Poetry Slam. We will get started shortly, but for now, get a view of the backside of this area, of this fabulous place, My Place Cafe. Enjoy.
Yeah, I'm kind of like weighing out. If I do, it'll be like on the last turn. So I've been avoiding things like crazy.
I usually see that, honestly, when I go,
But at home, I don't have to worry about a mask or anything, except walking around the complex. I just put one on.
You can basically access any show you want, and just you have to just I go and Google pro much so a lot of complex cookies, and you just but basically you can watch any TV show, like a series of stuff. So let's say you want to watch Blacklist. I've been watching that. Do you know Blacklist? I've heard of it, but I've never had it. So good, and they started it up again. Or let's say Wilfred, or things are okay. I'm going to watch Seinfeld again, but I don't want to pay for seasons and stuff or whatever. Just type in Seinfeld Project Free TV, find the link, and it's kind of like a distributor that has all the different links and engines that are stuck to there. So they change it sometimes, they'll change the address and certain things, and there'll be links, and so basically it's like your hub. So I don't know if what they're doing is illegal for them to do it, but I know for you to access it is legal, but I'm not sure for them to post stuff. Right. It's yeah. Oh, what was that one? Oh, just us so far. And GT. Yeah. They're watching right now. Yeah. They're everywhere. They're watching right now as we speak. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. But you have to click 20 times to just it can come up. Anyways, I use Project Free TV for a ton of stuff. It's pretty chill. Yeah. Oh, sorry, didn't your name? Your Kristian. Oh, okay, nice. Did you pre-pandemic before that, or? No, so you're in order? I'm in the Cypress Group. Is there an order how we're going? Yes, I'm not the host. Oh, there's this place that I write. I do a monthly column for called the On-Ball, actually, and they take that and they have different stuff that's Boston based, but they do a column for that, and they it's pretty tight. They're now looking for personal essays and a bunch of stuff, and they're also do poetry guests as well. They call it it's been really going up since 95. So Boston, something like that. I think it's.
So she's doing the Zoom and he's doing.
Yeah, there really is. But no, I collect the definitely and so for that, and it's very brief. I like it a lot. I know the guy who started it, Jason, right? And it's pretty cool. And they just started a non-profit that they just started called the On-Ball Foundation, and it's kind of based for public individuals dealing with depression, neurodiversity, all these different things to do with the arts. And use art advocacy and all different things to kind of deal with feelings, all kinds of stuff. But they're it's not definite to get in, but I feel like you have to be submittable or something, but they're really cool. And produce content like every day. They're publishing every day.
It kind of sounded like Cultural Weekly.
Oh,
I'm
no,
kind of hesitant on submitting stuff there. I don't know, like.
I haven't submitted
Hi,
stuff, but that's run by Alexis Roan Foncher. Yeah.
Every copy is special. Will be sent in.
We're live already. Oh, GT. Just let you know that that thing's on.
There's also this place that's Spillword that I would recommend. You know Spillword's gone, right? You know of Spillwords, right? You know of Spillwords, right? Spillwords talks like that, Spillwords.com.
You talking about a place where they like art, like,
Oh, still words.
Spillwords.
Still words you have to pronounce loud and clear.
Spillwords. Do you think I would say Spillword?
Yeah, for a moment.
no, I need.
So are we going to be sitting or what? Or how is it? Okay. Okay. Should we have our mask on while we eat, or what's the protocol?
I've got a spray.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I did. I got my second shot 3 weeks ago. Okay. I just don't want to do the protocol. I just.
What happened was in August, we did an extra for my mask is so thick that they keep understanding, so I took off the mask.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I realize that's what it is. This one there. Two of these. How are you doing?
Very good.
Good.
My granddaughter is in school Thursday to Friday.
Oh, boy. These young kids, boy, I'm glad they're in school. It's hard on them. It's crazy hard on them.
It's been hard, very hard. I didn't know what to do with myself Thursday, Friday.
When you finally have time for yourself, huh?
Someone
Actually,
wants to know.
poetry, I submitted 5 pandemic pieces to
How about now? Good. You said, what was it? No, I did. Say that again. About Hyde Park?
I submitted 5 poems pandemic pieces to
In Chicago? Yeah. She did a thing on trees too. And I meant to submit, but I didn't get into that. Maybe I. What is the call for now?
Everything
For
they're
the
saying.
summer, it's on Chou.
Shoot.
Yeah, and the deadline is May.
Oh, okay.
So the pandemic poetry is ongoing. Now, throughout the year.
Yeah, I go around.
Boy, that's so bad.
Oh, okay. Hi, Lori. Hello.
I do like the sound.
Okay.
These are the secret forbidden copies.
Yeah.
These are just mine.
Okay.
Okay, so I
good.
Like set up and like.
That's for making up a party.
pre-pandemic copies.
Yeah.
Everything is pre-pandemic, yeah.
Yeah.
And they've gone anywhere in the year.
Oh. Yeah.
So it's been over a year.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you're 4 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What do you recommend? What is the way that
I was expecting more people.
Me too.
Inside.
But I guess they're online.
Oh.
They're gonna be online.
All right. So what do you report?
CaLokie
Would it be, is it close?
Coming home.
and Coco waiting for her.
Hello.
Okay. So other people
Okay, I'm
can't
gonna
go.
put this away.
Okay, gotcha.
That's good.
Okay. You guys do, are you guys?
Hello, YouTube citizens of the world.
Let me wrap this cord around the other side of the.
Or is it just for like?
Before I read a poem, I'm gonna have this cord wrapped around my neck.
Well,
Okay,
All right, so this is a collection of pre-pandemic poetry called Paper Fish. I thought I'd read you a couple of poems while we're waiting for the slam to start. Since you're sitting there idly, all three of you. There's three people on the thing saying there's three in the audience. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so.
Great.
So they need some entertainment.
Oh,
Yes,
it's
yeah.
entertainment.
Yeah.
Fantasy or dance, I don't know.
Okay. Here's a poem from a time when we used to worry about somebody whose last name rhymed with rump. This is called 1-800-NO-CO-WAR. Welcome to the Future War on North Korea hotline, FWNK. If you'd like the U.S. to bomb North Korea now, press 0. Oh, you need more choices? Okay. If you would like a conflict without collateral damage, press 1. Okay. If you would like a battle sans loss of relatives or friends, press 2. Good. If you would like a confrontation that does not involve the poor or middle class in any way, press 3. Very good. If you would like to see Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un arm wrestle on international TV, press 4. Great. If you'd like to end our reliance on a military economy and this call, press 5 fingers together and raise fist. Excellent. Yeah, I'm the warm-up act, you know. Yeah. Oh, you said you wanted a love poem? Yeah, I got a couple of those. There's a poem about a forgotten somebody. It's called Magical Leg. There we were, with 2 swans swimming on the lake of love. Tall grasses swayed, tree limbs boogied, encircling us with natural approval. The sun shone on the water, reflecting the arbor's enjoyment of another dimension, where a trunk can say yes with a single Y amidst a resting duck army. Toy speedboats circled and waved as the liquid body shimmered like daytime fireflies. Jacaranda petals danced like dragons, falling like little whales to carpet walk. No, messed up. To carpet or walk to the car. Yes, that was a magical date. Whatever happened to that person? Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Oh, here's a pre-pandemic poem about life when we used to visit the library. That's right, we used to do that. We used to meet in libraries. And this poem is called The Object. The object rests on a library back room plastic folding table where arms also weighed down with busy hands writing inspired words. Stanza break time to reach for the blue aluminum can, cold to the finger's grasp, the mouth placed on pop top hole. Tilted, almost horizontal, sweet liquid flows into gullet, creating cool waterfall path into internal oblivion as tongue wipes lips like a windshield wiper thin wetness to an acceptable level of nearly forgotten. Then the brain requests a recreation of this experience. That's a fancy way of saying I took a drink from my bottle. Another dating poem, I'm going to skip it. Hey, Here's a fun poem. This poem was created by looking at the headlines before the pandemic. That's right, before the pandemic. It's called Hell in a Handbasket Headlines. The things the internet news warns us about. Don't carry or use a gun next to a gang member or strip club. And what are you doing by a gang member or strip club in the first place? Don't kill your son, especially when he's 5. Don't beat a 3-year-old girl, even if you're a boxer in training. Don't drive recklessly near a gasoline tanker on the freeway, or anywhere else for that matter. Don't toss your cigarette in a field. You know why. Don't travel across the border without papers. No need to discuss this anymore. Don't let a Mylar balloon go into the sky. You know what happens. Don't drive drunk. You might hit a power pole like a Mylar balloon. Don't steal donations from a church or thrift store. Don't extract honey oil. It's dangerous, in case you didn't know. Read the bad internet news and be wise and be leery.
Sounds good.
How long can this go on, man?
Yes, it can. It can, literally. At this point, it literally can.
Well, I'll just read a couple more, and then we can bring on somebody else. Another political poem? Okay, this is based on real life experience. It's a political poem based on true life experience.
I found it.
It's called Coco, Morning Poetry. During my conference period, I walked the uneven sidewalks of Yosemite Drive to go get 2 beans, rice, and cheese burritos for lunchtime. I see a woodsy tree worthy of being in the classic film To Kill a Mockingbird, but no dolls in the knot hole. Farther down, collected at the base of another curbside woodland root stretcher, a well-placed popcorn pile. Between cracks at my feet, I look up to the sky. The morning's haze is breaking up into carnival cotton candy puffs. Except notifications on my cell phone take me out of this poem. Trump pours gas on the culture wars. Unspoken aim of Trump's ire, his own aide's advice. Tale of 2 presidents. Rally Trump versus teleprompter Trump. Total eclipse of the facts. Lemon reacts to speech. And that's what ruined my bucolic moment. Politics. All right. I promised one more, so this is the last one for me, and then somebody else can join up. Ooh, that one's personal. Can't read that one. Oh, this one's kind of weird. I'll finish with this. This is a weird one.
Oh, no, you're fine.
This poem is called 4-Way. I said this poem is called 4-Way.
4-way?
4-Way. 4-Way.
What about 5-way?
4-Way. White plastic bag on the southeast corner drifts into the intersection, gets blown across by passing cars, ends up on the northeast corner, floats east over sidewalk, falls back into the street until a car parks in front of him. Woman gets out from passenger side, picks him up, carries him into the back seat, and drives off westbound. Thank you for your time. Who's next? Who's next? Tag.
Was this the slam already started?
No, we're just reading poems. I read 5 poems. You want to read 5 poems?
One. It's not even mine.
Because we're hosts, man. I don't know if we can even be in the slam.
All right, good.
Thank you very
So
much.
I thought he was the host.
No, you go ahead.
No, I thought Jesse was the host.
No, I'm the host. Where's Coco?
Yeah, it's just me. You said we're the host. I'm the host. Hey, one poem for you. I'd like to read a poem by James Weldon Johnson. And I'm sorry you can't see my face. It's just kind of weird. I think it's the poor lighting. I think the sun, I should be on the other side of the table. You know, I think that's what I'll do. I'll move to the other side of the table and see how that works. Oh, yeah, that'll be much better. Oh, yeah. I can see you. At least I can see me. So I like to read one poem in this live stream broadcast of poetry in April here, National Poetry Month. And I have one poem, and it's by James Weldon Johnson, and it's an ancient classic, and it's called The Creation. It looks like I bought the wrong book. It's not even in there. Let's see if I can remember it. And God stepped out on space, and he looked around and said, I'm lonely. I'll make me a world. And as far as the eye of God could see, darkness covered everything. Darker than 100 midnights down in a cypress swamp. Then God smiled and the light broke, and the darkness rolled up on one side, and the light stood shining on the other. And God said, that's good. Then God reached out and took the light in his hand, and God rolled the light around in his hand until he made the sun. And he set that sun ablazing in the heavens. And the light that was left from making the sun, God gathered it up in a shiny ball and flung it against the darkness, spangling the night with the moon and stars. And down between the darkness and the light, he hurled the world. And God said, that's good. Then God himself stepped down, and the sun was on his right hand, and the moon was on his left. The stars clustered about his head, and the earth was under his feet. And God walked, and where he trod, his footsteps hollowed the valleys out and bulged the mountains up. And, oh boy, and bulged the mountains up. And God walked, and he looked, and he saw that the earth was hot and barren. So God stepped over to the edge of the world, and he spat out the 7 seas. He batted his eyes, and the lightnings flashed. He clapped his hands, and the thunders rolled, and the waters above the earth came down. The cooling waters came down. And then the green grasses sprouted, and the little red flowers blossomed. The pine tree pointed his finger to the sky, and the oak spread wide its arms. The lakes cuddled down in the rivers of the ground, and the rivers ran down to the sea. And God smiled, and a rainbow appeared and curled itself around his shoulder. And God raised his hand, and he said, bring forth, bring forth. He raised his hand. No, he raised his arm and waved his hand. And he said, bring forth, bring forth. And quicker than God could drop his hand, fishes and fowls and beasts and birds swam the rivers and seas and roamed the forests and the woods and split the air with their wings. And God said, That's good. Then God walked around and he looked around on all that he had made. He looked at his sun and he looked at his moon and he looked at his little stars. He looked on his world with all its living things. And God said, I'm lonely still. And God sat down on the side of a hill where he could think. By a deep, wide river, he sat down. And with his head in his hands, God thought and he thought till he thought, I'll make me a man. Up from the bed of the river, God scooped the clay. And on the bank of the river, he kneeled him down. And there, the great God Almighty, who lit the sun and fixed it in the sky, who flung the stars to the most far corner of the night, who rounded the earth in the middle of his hand. This great God, like a mammy bending over her baby, kneeled down in the dust, toiling over a lump of clay till he shaped it in his own image. Then into it he blew the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Amen. Amen.
So for those of you that are joining us on Zoom, welcome. Thank you for watching. We're also live on YouTube right now. The name of the YouTube channel is My Place Cafe Events if you want to see what that looks like. But just to warn you, there is a 20-second delay. My good friend Matthew Mejia told me that it does fuck you up. So maybe you can watch the YouTube after, okay? Thank you so much. And we will have someone else read for y'all now. If anyone else here that is ready to read, you can go ahead. Oh, Kristian Kid or Jackie Chou is up next. Give her a hand.
Alrighty. This is not the slam yet, right? Okay. I'll read Bad Duck. White page, now blue, my rusty pen scribbling. You're sitting at your desk listening, pretending I don't know. Think you're so critical. Callous on both my hands for you. Don't have nice thing to say. I write what I want when I'm wanting to. My words so flexible. So you're a wise duck, like your girl so smart duck, head always so full duck, IQ so high duck. I'm that bad duck, will disappoint you duck. Poem so cringe-worthy duck, brain always a fog duck. I'm the bad duck, I'm the bad duck. I like it when you share photos lying on a cozy mattress. Your daughter in a satin dress. Dream of a perfect childhood with what you post on Facebook. I'm no homewrecker or pedophile. Won't read this poem to my friends. They'll pity me for what I am. So you're a wise duck, like your girl so smart duck, head always so full duck, IQ so high duck. I'm that bad duck, will disappoint you duck. Poem so cringe-worthy duck, brain always a fog duck. I'm the bad duck, I'm the bad duck.
Some people, they keep, when they watch a video, they really need to listen.
Oh,
So I took mine down.
Oh,
Someone
okay.
told me about, you know what, my hearing's not always good. It helps me to move the mouth.
okay.
All right, everyone that's on Zoom, give it up for Jackie, and on YouTube, and everyone that's right here in attendance. That was great. So up next we have Kristian Kid.
All right, it's good to be back. That's what I always say for a poetry event, just in case I wasn't there to begin with. So I'm going to read you guys 2 poems, and I promise you they won't take too long. But one of them I got published in Spectrum a while ago, so I can't help but give some love to my Spectrum people because I too am with and on the spectrum. So, all right, this is from Spectrum's 26th issue, and the poem is called "Frustrations of a Sex-Starved Single." What page? Page 35. Thank you, G.T. Foster. All right. So, frustrations of a sex-starved single. There are too many to count the frustrations that come streaming down her face. There's one right now, rearing its ugly face up, like a head popping up. Darn, yet another. Mind controlled by primordial soup instincts. A wolf huffs louder than any of us. The beast within. What is your pleasure? How you long at prey, as I long at her. Our eyes glazed over. My heart is suddenly too small for the chest. Containing it. Do not sign, say awe, for this is like the wolf, deadly and fierce. It is not I, a hopeless romantic, but I, a sex-starved, frustrated beast, regressing on Darwin's scale, my posture sinking down, 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 to the wretched flames of the hellfire which threatens those who lust too much or not enough. I command myself. The cage keeps others safe. My chest, the cage of my merciless heart. Maybe, just maybe, I am the one who is being kept safe. The cage is like a busy road, two ways, many vehicles. But alas, dear Frost, my friend, a Hall of Famer, you will be disappointed to learn I didn't take the one less traveled by, nor to your amusement the one more traveled. For lust, love in my heart never let me choose. You see the beast. Yeats saw it to Bethlehem, but no thurver. A beast in a cage, the animal, locked from the outside, can't get out. Ah, there's the lone difference, the sex-starved cage of lust and love, my foolish and unpredictable heart, barricaded by my chest and its flesh, hiding the fleshliness underneath. That cage, that es mi corazón, is locked from the inside, yet still it does not go out. The lights are on, no one home. Love lights, lust lights, sex lights, red light districts, and Moulin Rouge. No, for me, no one is home. And yet I can still hear the beast in his cage, slumbering and salivating till his next feeding on a pipe dream. And that is Frustrations of a Sex-Starved Single. All right, I got one more here. This is a relatively new one, and I promise it'll be quick because there are plenty of great poets to hear today, and for some reason they put me in too. So my next poem is called The Wind. This is a relatively new poem, and it's not in Spectrum yet, but Don, I hope we get it in there someday. He gave me the thumbs up, so that means I'm either good or screwed. So, The Wind. The wind is treacherous and unyielding, a source of discomfort and little relief. No one knows its end, why it's so eerie, why it haunts us every day. A kicked-up theory, angry gods, dancing trees and bushes, performance of intimidation. To the naturalist, his great fear, and the poet, her greatest tremor. But yes, there is God here in the wind, breathing the rhythmic back and forth, an inhale and exhale, slowly staring down the road to stop to find peace and perfect stillness. And that is The Wind. And it is my pleasure to have read both of those poems to you. I hope you all enjoyed them.
Well, thank you, Kristian, for reading. That was great. I'm glad he actually read the one from the issue of Sex. That's one of my favorites. I want to say hello to everyone on Zoom again. PJ Jeffries, what up? What up, James Coates? What up, Linda, Rose? The two Roses that are both on the Zoom call. And again, everyone that's on YouTube that's watching or will watch later on, hello. All right, so up next we have what was that? A Zoom poem? Is any of the Zoom poets ready to read? Oh.
Hi, Mira. Mira, can you please unmute your mic?
Are you ready for Mira?
If she can unmute her mic, I'm going to put her on screen.
The mic is unmuted. Can you hear us?
Okay, perfect. I can hear you. Let me just take that.
Oh, yeah.
Talk. Let me know if you can hear her from that distance.
I don't know where the sound's coming out of.
My writing. My writing. Oh, my writing. My flesh, my blood, my tears, my joy. My children, my masterpieces, my failures. All equally dear to me. My writing almost as old as I am, and so inseparable. Now, at this age, they want to tear us apart. Somebody claims my time, my life, all in the name of love, family, and duty. Yet, I have, well, all I have is you, my writing, and my lifelong loneliness, with only you listening and hearing me, my faithful friend.
Yes, thank you, Mira.
Thanks.
Is there another poet who's ready? Who wants to go up next? Yeah, I know, right?
Are you asking the Zoomers or anybody?
Yes, a Zoomer. Is there a Zoomer ready for me?
Okay, I'll go.
All right, Beth. Let me put you back up on speaker view. There we go. All right, and everybody, welcome Beverly.
Coco,
Yes?
is this the slam or is this just a reading?
It's a slam reading.
It's a slam reading.
Okay.
It's a reading slam.
Okay.
It's a reading
All right.
slam.
Hi, Don. Okay, I'm going to do a poem. That is the first poem that Don Kingfisher Campbell published of mine when I first started coming to Saturday afternoon poetry. And it's baseball season, and I'm a baseball fan, and so here comes my poem. I wrote this when I really didn't know what I was doing. I really didn't know how to write poetry. I really didn't know anything, and I was not as intimidated as I am right now. So here I go. It's called Play Ball. The Brooklyn team had already moved west to LA town. My folks never saw Brooklyn, had never gotten around to seeing the game until then, or letting out a cheer. No matter, Jackie Robinson had sealed the deal, made them instant fans, loving the game, loving the team. That love trickled down to Pee-wee, a nickname given to me by the teenage boy in the house next door. Pee-wee was me. A game at the Coliseum, watching the team live. Life was beautiful, better than a Disneyland ride. Walking through the roaring tunnel, emerging from the dark into brilliant sunshine, a gigantic ballpark, packed with cheering fans, that huge oval bowl. Everybody waiting for that first fast throw. My heart was in my mouth, overwhelmed by the spectacle. The anthem made me teary-eyed, head up, respectful. Standing for the seventh inning, stretched arm in arm, Pee-wee's voice sang out loud and strong. I don't care if I never get back. Back in the neighborhood, out in the street, we chose sides to play, not compete. Some kid scrounged up a wooden bat, another a scuffed up ball. Suddenly, the game commenced. We were hitters all. Who knew I could play something other than a pristine piano piece? I love the feel of a smooth wooden bat much more than black and white keys. Bat over my left shoulder, narrow at its end. I was a right-handed girl with a southpaw swing. Didn't play like a girl. From the box, I got hits, and I could run, but my legs balked and fell into splits. Bat met ball. Hey ball, nice to meet you. Arms extended, sweet connection. Watched it fly, bullseye. Pee-wee soared with that ball, higher and higher.
Yes. Right. I'm just going to move this so that this can match this. So that you can, yes, that's a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. There we go. Otherwise, my arms are going to get tired. Okay, is there another Zoom reader that wants to read?
Coco, are you going to go back and forth between Zoom and live, or are you going to do all the Zoomers first?
Well, there's not that many more livers that I see here.
You know, back when I envisioned this, I put CaLokie and Coco in charge. Is CaLokie there?
Yeah, CaLokie's here.
Yes.
So CaLokie and Coco, it's up to them. How this slam, I can't even say it. How this green eggs from Sam goes along. So CaLokie, if you want to say anything to instruct these people, go right ahead. Coco, same story. Tell them what to do. Yeah.
All right, CaLokie, what say ye?
What's that?
What do you think, CaLokie? Just keep going?
I'll send to you the scores I have.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm keeping track too.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and send my points to you.
Okay, perfect. And then we'll tally them up at the end of the slam.
Okay.
All right, that sounds good. So we are keeping track of CaLokie and I are scoring each one of the readers. So I have heard Dawn, and I have heard Jackie, and I have heard Beverly and Mira, and I have heard Kristian. So far, is there anybody else that read before I got here?
No, not for the rumors.
Okay, perfect. So then we are still on track. The only other physical people I see here are Lori and Joshua. And are you reading today?
No.
Okay. GT read.
Dawn
already. Oh yeah, GT read and Jackie read. So Lori and Joshua are the only other in person. So let's go ahead and just continue with the slam poets because I see a lot more of you.
Okay, I'll do one.
Okay, perfect. Let's start with your name. Let everybody in the universe know who you are.
I'm Mary Sloan, and I am in the Los Angeles area. I'm part of GT's group, and I come in here occasionally. Most of the time I write prose instead of poetry, but this is an old poem that I've enjoyed and loved for a long time. So, ready. The Gossip Lady. When I was a little girl, I'd visit Grandma. She lived in a house halfway up a steep hill with a porch Grandpa painted Robin's egg blue. And Sweet Pea grew down to a concrete wall, saving us from a busy little street. Across the street in a little house lived an old lady who swept her walkway. The Gossip Lady, we called her. She lived alone with her aging husband, never shopping, never leaving her house. When neighbors would fight, out she came, her broom moving in measured strides, listening. My grandmother helped buying their groceries, taking them to doctors, being there. She frowned when we laughed and pointed our fingers. The Gossip Lady is sweeping again. Who now? She was never a gossip. She had no one. She swept to feel a part of life, to hear voices around her. No Facebook, no Twitter, no Skype, no family left, no friends, just her broom.
Yes! Awesome!
That was Mary Sloan.
Mary Sloan, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and who is next up to read?
Yep.
Next up to read. Let's get another reader.
Have we got another reader out there? Anyone can read, you know. It's not the Mary Sloan show.
Sharon's been raising her hand.
Okay, Sharon, go right ahead. I can't see you. So
Yeah.
once you speak, you'll come up on speaker view.
We blinded Coco before this recording, so she can't see a thing.
So Sharon, go ahead and unmute your mic. Let everybody know your full name and what you're reading.
There's Sharon Smith. Night, everybody.
Yeah.
Go, Sharon. Go, Sharon.
Yes, my name is Sharon Smith Knight. I'm from Detroit originally, living right now in Mariloma, California. The poem I'm going to read for you today is Poets Are Not Prostitutes. Well, I'm just speaking for some of them. Poetry is the reflection of our lifestyle, a testimonial to our culture. But art costs in time and talent. All artists must pay their dues, but not forever. Eventually, artists must perform for more than mere exposure. Eventually, necessity meets opportunity, and a poet must ask for money. Acknowledgement is nice, but it's hard to spend. Visual artists have price tags on their work. Viewers and aficionados would never think of asking a visual artist for a free sample. Looking is free, but the keeping costs. Musicians charge by the gig. And when the set is over, musicians want you to set it out. COD when the band is done. But poets, churches, schools, friends, and strangers have no problem asking a poet to write special poems for them, for fun, for free. Recite at their birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, family gatherings, for fun, for free. Poets, put their name on a flyer and they'll follow you anywhere. Listen to a poet. Look a poet in the eye. Tell a poet that he or she is talented and they will rhyme all night long. Tell a poet that they should be published and you've made a friend for life. Praises are showered upon poets. Poets get compliments, applause, more compliments and more applause, but no money, as if poets didn't need money. Poets are not prostitutes. Prostitutes get paid. Poets don't get respect in the morning, spreading their lips for strangers, often volunteering their services for a smile or a thank you. Poets are so easy. You can call a poet, and within an hour, he or she will arrive for yet another free performance. Poets are offered tickets and stipends, tokens and sweatshirts, and food stamps, but no money. Poets are not prostitutes. Prostitutes get paid. Poets are getting screwed with no orgasm in sight. Flat backing for the sheer pleasure of the act itself. Poets are not prostitutes. Prostitutes get paid. The public is giving poets a 68, and they owe us one. Thank you.
Yeah! That was hot. That was hot, everyone. That was hot. Okay, who's up next?
That one was so much fun. I'm up next. Is that all right, Coco?
That sounds good to me, P. Jeffries.
All right. This one is from my man Barry Schwam, a.k.a. Big B, who is with you and me spiritually and Pasadena poetry creatively.
PTJ!
Give everyone your name, PTJ.
Patrick Thomas Jeffries in the house!
Patrick Thomas Jeffries. That's right, y'all.
In the dark recesses, the mind and imagination, one stretches to find the mystery of creation. To play a play within plays in the last act, but the first about to burst from a secret pact. With it not the devil, then certainly muses. Kind of confused, yet on to something one diffuses. The incongruities and synchronicities that release us from shame. That catches a wink from some higher power within us within the game. Where the will is delicate as the ink spills in the throes of thrills. One leaps into a state that all might conceive as ill. The night breathes, one breath, violet skies. The light leaves to appear again, conquering death where the spirits rise. Oh, the journey has just begun. For the coming of the sun. Vibrant green eyes, burn bloods, red fire with heat. Floods of tears, shadow loss and fears, yet could this be defeat? In the T.S. Eliot book, one reads, the soul feeds, the end is the beginning. Maybe nothing is real, but the still point around which all is spinning. Not to turn back or rewind time, but to stop the world on a dime, saying resoundingly, feel me shine, my birthright divine dictates what is mine. What is not given, for all stays hidden. What is forbidden is what is demanded, yet not valued within. Slaying the self with greed and vanity is an outlandish sin, yet an indication of what is to come when the horizon fixes its place for the coming of the sun.
Yes! P.T. Jeffries, y'all. P.T. Jeffries. Yes. Oh, my God. This slam is on fire right now, you guys. Oh, man. Woo! All right, who's fanning the flames next?
Who's next, eh? I see a hand. It's R.A. Roda. I'm not sure about that last name.
Okay.
It means redhead.
Oh, okay. Can you give everyone your name and your
Okay. My name is Rose, and I write as R.A. Ruach. And this one is called Breathe. Part 1. Once upon a time, a large, tall man came from behind, wrapped his hands carefully around my throat, pressing, squeezing exactly and just so, whispering in my ear that if I made the slightest move, the slightest tightening of his large, strong hands would break the tiny, fragile hyoid bone that was all that defended my breath from death. Part 2. Since then, I only wear V-neck sweaters. I am aware of every sound and movement behind me. I am acutely and ever cognizant of my fragility. They call it PTSD, a mighty fancy diagnosis for being a small woman in a big men's world. George Floyd said the words, women have endless lived, each in our quiet, invisible nightmare. Part 3. One night, a magic dragon stood before me, silent and intent. He brushed his hand, just one, big and strong against my neck, gentle and sure with complete tenderness, and enjoying my skin against his. I breathed through my nightmares. I breathed through the panic. I breathed into his magic, and I breathed.
Yeah, thank you, R.A. Thank you. Rose Hamilton, everyone. Rose Hamilton. Okay, we're going to pause our Zoom viewers. We're going to pause our Zoom readers. And Lori, Lori is going to come up to the mic. I'm going to put you back in Cal Review.
Lori live,
There we go. Perfect.
Pasadena, California. My Place Cafe.
On that side because the sun or something.
Yeah, have a seat, have a seat. Have a seat.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you want me to take off my mask or no?
It's up to you.
Oh.
Read loud with the mask or read normally without it.
Okay. Do you want me to adjust this? Because I can't.
Oh, no, don't touch that.
Oh, no. I mean, because I see. Okay.
Somebody knocked it down?
No. If I should. Okay.
All right.
All right, because I can't see my face. That's why. From
Knock
here.
them dead, Lori.
Don't worry about it. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. This poem. GT, should I remove it?
Yeah, take it off so we can read.
Okay. Oh, much better. Okay. In this poem, originally, my name is Lori Wall Holloway, and this poem I'm reading was originally published by Don when he had the San Gabriel Valley Poetry Quarterly.
Yes!
2011. I rearrange heirlooms inside a hut so their beauty can be seen through the glass. Clear crystal, bone china teacups, antique plates passed down through generations. Over and over, I arrange the items like how I attempt to organize my life. So it looks just right, so it's flawless. But thoughts of where I failed clutters my head. Rejection appears from deep recesses of my brain. A tape plays inside my mind. I can't be perfect if I'm a failure. Instead of moving forward, I procrastinate. Why risk more negativity? Why reach out to others? Fear pushes me to quit trying, and I decide to give up until shatter. Realization dawns, and I am challenged with false beliefs of myself versus what is real and who I really am. I don't need to be a model of perfection to be validated. The one who created me will still love and value me, even when I make mistakes. I take a deep breath and recite, "Let my good be good enough," as I straighten a picture on a crooked wall.
Crooked Wall Productions presents Lori Wall Holloway. Hey, wait a minute. Lori Wall Holloway, Crooked Wall.
Yeah.
There's a connection.
Oh my goodness.
Who's next? Old man taking a seat. Where's CaLokie? He's the quietest host I've ever seen. Rule the roost, CaLokie. Give him an example of how to do this.
Haiku?
I don't want no stinking haiku.
CaLokie, are we allowing each reader 2 pieces or 1?
Each one I think is one. Or
Yeah,
the,
1 poem, right?
Everybody gets one until we decide otherwise. It's so nice to see all you people on the screen.
Oh, okay.
We're sitting here outside in the scene. Okay, CaLokie, are you ready, man?
I am ready.
Go for it.
Wait, who's reading? Hang on.
Huh?
CaLokie's reading.
Oh, okay, let me.
Oh, I'm not reading. No, I'm judging. Not today.
Well, you're not going to read to death. I thought you were going to read. I don't want to hear no haiku.
Okay. Well, I'll read. Okay,
I twisted
read
his arm.
something. I'll read something. I got this close to it. It's called "Doing the Marinara."
All right, let me get him in here. Let me get you in back in speaker here. Hang on a second. There we go.
Okay. This poem, whenever we're back again, I read it. I like bringing the joy and saying we are marinara, but we can't do that here. Doing the marinara. And this poem is also a recipe that you can really make this. I use 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil, 2 crushed cloves of garlic, 1 pound, 12-ounce canned crushed tomatoes, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1/2 teaspoon dried basil, salt, freshly milled black pepper to taste, and 1/2 cup dry white wine. We are marinara. Place oil in large skillet and heat. Add garlic pieces to oil. When garlic's a golden crackling brown, turn fire off. Let sizzle fizzle till pans cool. Man, dump tomatoes in and then flip play back on. We are marinara. Add oregano and basil. Shake, shake, shake. Oh my baby, your salt and pepper booty. Bring to boil. Cover your, you know what? Cover you, yeah. Place, let sauce simmer for 30 minutes and add wine and let this ruya salsa bubble 5 minutes. Mas, we are marinara. Add 12 ounces of Trader Joe's fire roasted red pepper linguine to 4 quarts of boiling water. Add in, stir in, collecting spiral to separate. Cook 4 to 5 minutes. Drain. Toss with sauce. Top with Parmesan cheese. And then with favorite chardonnay and make me fresh sourdough baguette. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. We are
Marinara!
marinara.
Everybody, marinara!
Yes. Okay, so I just want to be clear. There are some of the readers that were here prior to me being here that read poems that were not part of the slam. So Don's reading of his 10 poems was not part of the slam. GT read some poems that was not part of the slam. So I just want to be clear on that. Oh, sorry. I just wanted to be clear for that. But Jackie's poem I heard. Lori's poem I heard.
No, I wasn't.
Nope, not reading from the slam. Okay, perfect.
Hosts are
Okay.
ineligible for poetic prizes.
Right. So yeah, I'm not.
We got a bunch of hosts here. CaLokie, Coco, GT, me.
I
You're the
know,
host.
right?
What a
Okay,
host.
perfect. Okay, so then, so Jack still needs to read for the slam. GT still needs to read the slam. Okay, perfect. I just want to get everybody. So CaLokie, if you've rated GT, Dawn, or Jackie, those are not part of the slam yet.
Okay, I understood. Thank
So
you.
just-
Oh yeah, Jackie's a host.
Just
Jackie's a
Just ignore
host.
him. I didn't sure. So.
I didn't know. I
Okay, perfect.
Oh.
Perfect. Okay, so
Okay.
who wants to read? Do you want to read? Where? Okay, so Joshua and Corwin coming up to the mic. Joshua and Corwin, everyone.
Let me do this. I'm gonna stand up while reading, so let me do that. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to get it so both can see me. If you can, yeah, that would be great.
No, perfect.
Perfect.
Is that good?
Yep, that's perfect. This is called Solar Sinai. It's for Gregory Corso. Sun drip into a weary willow abyss. Clenched fist generation peers into blindness. Another generation pierces blindness. And then when the world gave me thunder, you stood upright and said, no. Homeless sun spilling over dreams, echoing stars stark, drenched in wet dark, naked life in prison beams. Sun, rip across the highway, cradle yourself on your knees.
Go down, son. Go down. Son, why are you so cruel, rapacious? Tonight you are so golden, and there's nothing but flames, charcoal towers. Oh, son, why do you count dead blessings and laugh? Woe is opening me up. I want to burn you, but I need ice, and I'm already frozen by heart in quicksand. Whoa, oh, you son, I want to bury my head in stars, be frozen like a ghost awaiting chains, but the dead can't treat themselves to heaven, dharma dead in the flow when you are burning up, eschewing flowers. Oh, son, why do you encircle echoes, rainbows, and all things don't matter when you're calm and peaceful? Heaven is just mud to me and acquiescence. I am so over the lies I taught you, tired, so tired of these lies and hope. Flames, oh, son, why can't you just let me be blind on my own time? Why must you shove your embers down the do-nothing, down my throat, and singe into the wheat thing, my face shadowing woe and why? Oh, son, you are dark, devouring, and still divine, lightning, and I can't appease your soft allure of insanity. Oh, son, where have they taken you? I want you and all your lies. Son, I want you, and I need nakedness bathing you. I need your dead skin opening bloodshot fire. Oh, son, you engine rip apart free disaster. I want to shine, open up heaven, shine your eyes out with ocean and bliss, ending in a slow and broken scream, silent assonance of you from heaven where I'm at the crossroads of earth, cloaked in God, and God is too naked to be a rainbow, and I don't want to wield you, know how to speak, how to eerie erupt, to remember how to be anything but a prayer. Oh, woe maker, prayer shown from darkness down my woe maker window, up the flight of stairs, across the endless woe stream river, dripping droplets bend my lie, bend my body, beaming bright untruth, tear dust, and brilliant, but it's sun, and you are hopeless, and I'm part of your trial. Oh, you sick, 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 sick flames, and we're just sick and dewdrop and burnt up in this sick heaven. I can't face the facts and let peace be tame. So why bother to chant your name? You'll always burn up into never, a place where I cease to cry.
Okay, gang. Serious moment here. Did you know that at this live location, I'm surrounded by co-hosts? And they're all giving me the stink eye for saying they're not eligible to win. What do I do? Help me, somebody.
Isn't that just too bad?
Ken the man.
Poster, not prostitute.
I feel better now. Thank you. And now, Coco. Yeah.
We all pay the price, right? We all pay the price. Look, I am here to enjoy all of you. So, for all of this emerging poets, poets that are, when you're part of Spectrum Publication, you're here for the other poets, right? We're here for the other poets.
Everyone's a winner, baby. It's
Everyone's
no lie.
a winner.
I came here to satisfy.
Yeah. We are all winning with this gorgeous poetry. Okay, so are there any other live readers right now that want to hear? Jackie,
Anyone who has not read.
Jackie wants to do her slam piece. All right, Jackie, go for it.
Okay. Resilience in 3 parts. 1, Don't go around playing with people's feelings. Just don't. 2, you think this hurting you do is something new. Dip your arrows in venom and shoot at me. Expect me to fall into your hands like a wounded bird. Little do you know, I have guarded myself against you since the day we met. Razors in your eyes and words clumsily covered up with a smile. I wrap myself in layers of armor, fluffy pillows filled with cotton balls and goose dawn. So shoot at me. Your arrows are too late. I'm prepared for them. 3, the sun rejuvenates my spirits every day.
Awesome. Okay, do we have another Zoom reader that is ready to read? Let's go back to gallery view, speaker view. Is there another reader ready to read? Bless you. Ken Scott, go for it, man. Oh, Ken Scott, everyone. Unmute your mic, Ken.
Ladies and gentlemen, unmute your mics for Ken Scott.
I'm unmuted.
Yes. Okay, perfect.
Okay. This piece is an experimental piece I wrote like 22, 23 years ago. It's called Bonehead. Oh, wow, man. I fucked up another order. I gave the stupid bitch customer beef instead of fish because I was so busy looking at the crotch-high miniskirts. Oh, wow, man. I fucked up another repair call. I sent the phone technicians to the wrong address because I was too busy beating my meat looking at those big round tits. Oh, wow, man. I fucked up another DMV pink slip. I wasn't listening to the asshole car dealer because I was so busy jacking off to that big round ass. Oh, wow, man. I fucked up another person's parking ticket payment. Oh, wow, man. I fucked up another person's electric and water bill payment. Oh, wow, man. I fucked up another person's car repairs. Oh, wow, man. I fucked up another person's plumbing repairs. Oh, wow, man. Oh, wow, man. Oh, wow, man. I fucked up, man. And I just don't give a fuck. I am Bonehead, king of the sideways slouching slackers. Gen Xers don't have a fucking thing on me. I couldn't care less as I take all your most noble dreams and watch them go poof up in smoke from the nozzle of my big bomb pipe, baby. I camouflage myself with watered down sympathy. Just long enough to make my next buck and get my next meal. My life is the product of parental moral hypocrisy and apathy. I didn't give a fuck about school, and I still think it sucks the big one, man. I am Bonehead, Lord God of the underachievers, straight C student in the worldwide halls of fame. I got my foot in the door telling big ass fibs and cheating on all the exams, and the goddamn professors still wonder how the fuck I made it, because all I did was sit on my front porch and get high all the live long day. And the only thing I studied real hard was pussy, 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 pussy. I am most likely a descendant of the asshole who started the wars between the Serbs and the Croats in Yugoslavia. And I still don't give a fuck, man. Just give me my 15 minutes of fame, and you'll see just how many flavors of hemp I can smoke and just how many bikini models I can beat off to. I am Bonehead, freak of all trades. My soul is the ultimate pus-filled boil on the butt cheeks of humanity. My cock is the ultimate unsung tool of pleasure. I just have to find a good hole to stick it in. And I am the god of porno flicks and skin mags. It's what I live for, so don't fuck with it, baby. And if I don't get it from the tramps on campus, I usually get it from the CD magazine stands. And if I don't get it from the CD magazine stands, then I'll get it from the cum-stained porno booths. And if I don't get it from the cum-stained porno booths, then I'll get it from the internet. If I don't get it from the internet, then I'll get it on Strawberry Lane, $20 a crack prostitute, and them bitches know how to fuck. I am bonehead. I drive like shit. Make haste and get the fuck out my way. As my V8 Chevy tank comes barreling down the surface streets at 65 fucking miles an hour, hitting garbage cans along the way, cause I'm still so damn high. Too bad the fucking pigs ain't around to get me. Maybe it's because we're all on the same breaker, bonehead, breaker 19 wavelength. And it's a damn good thing too, because my driver's license expired 5 years ago. And I don't give a fuck about renewing it. And no insurance company on this fucking planet wants to touch me, because my DMV record says, fuck off, baby. Even the SUV driving rich bitches fear my ass, because I ain't got nothing to lose. I am bonehead. I am as high as a kite, and I love to bug your mind.
Can't start, everyone. Can't start. Oh my goodness.
The opinions of Ken Scott do not reflect the opinions of anyone but Ken Scott.
Okay, everyone. Okay, perfect. So perfect. Okay, Chou is going to be our next reader. Do I have another reader out there? Don Kingfisher Campbell. Yeah! You're up for the king, though.
I have been assigned to cleanse your palates. I read in the pre-show that was on YouTube, but you guys missed it, huh? So that's why I get to read now. Yeah. This first poem is dedicated to the love master of poetry, James Coates. Apostle! This poem is called, I'm Gonna Take a Shower Now. I want to be your light switch so I can say, you turn me on. I want to be water so I can touch you even more. I want to be your towel just so you can wrap me around you every day. I want to be your chair so I can feel the warmth of your bottom for minutes. I want to be your mirror so I will always reflect the beauty I see. That was part one of a 26 poem series. Have we got any more readers? Speak or I'll read another poem.
I want James Coates to read.
James Coates.
I want James Coates to read. I want Dean to read. There are so many poets
Dean
here.
Okamura. Dean is raising his hand. Let's
All
go
right,
with Dean.
Let's go with Dean.
Okay, I'm getting out of here.
All right.
Wow. He's already. All right. I got something. James Coates, born in Los Angeles, raised in the IE. Poem I have for you today is We Love Eating What Is Soft. Tyler, I'm reading, so you're gonna have to be quiet. Reading. We love eating what is soft. Therefore, masculinity has to be hard, proven to break more than it builds, lest the fragileness of our vulnerability become discoverable, recognized to be thick as eggshells, primed to be cracked. Our insecurities scrambled and eaten by cannibals with our faces. Without my armor, I am supple as wet newsprint, and words become swords that cut to the white meat. We are bred to be warriors. Destruction, our native tongue, eat or be eaten, the creed for the only language that survives time. We all die on the battlefield. The victors buried years later. Sons groomed to take our places. Cycles never ending. Allegiances to this brotherhood never questioned. How much more needs to be confirmed to realize toxicity in our flesh is absorbed from the environment, making us sick, killing us faster than any pandemic. This trauma, the minefield we avoid rather than try and diffuse. Our fists, the only tool given to combat this war. Of course, we paint the ground in blood, afraid of our own shadows. We're quick to turn on ourselves, transformed into fallen corpses, left to chum the waters, a feast for circling scavengers, positioned to profit off our pain. Exile any trace elements of femininity. Understand difference equals deadly. Softness is a liability you must never show. So even warmth has to sound cold. Man up, the beloved put down to let you know you're not safe here. Course correct or be swallowed. A reminder that if you don't fit the mold, we will fillet your tender edges until masochism becomes your primary love language. We've turned affection into aggression, relationships into the place we bury bones and wonder why all we grow are skeletons. Tell me, how many legs need to be spread to prove what hangs between minds makes me man enough to settle down? We are taught death since birth, but never told why living matters, that bodies are not just bodies, numbered notches carved on bedposts left to become signs, hieroglyphic warnings that you've entered a burial tomb full of cursed ghosts. That is to say, lost souls haunt this final resting place in the spirit of the men we wish to be, and yet will never live to become. Thank you.
Woo! That was James Coates, everyone. Oh my good God. Woo! Fire in the house. Okay. Is there, Dean, are you ready to read? Dean, are you ready to read?
Sure.
All right,
I'm ready
perfect.
to read.
All right, Dean, hang on a second. Let me get you back over here. And if you can give all the people on YouTube your name and your piece.
Yeah. I'm not sure what they see on YouTube, but I see this Zoom screen. So,
Dean Okamura, we see you.
You do? Good. Okay. My name is Dean Okamura. I live in Torrance, California, and I have something I wrote, and I just picked it. I don't know if it fits, but it's called 45 Pills on My Pillow. Conspiracy feels nice. Everything fits. Bullets fit into guns. Ready. Fire. Aim. Was dogma enough for grandma? They built walls to keep out the scum of the earth. Common sense yields to mob rule. When the clowns take over, the circus is in town. Rumi, a voice from centuries long past, said, "Don't try to figure this out. Love's work looks absurd, but trying to find meaning will hide it more." Silence. Blind belief upsets the balance. When misinformation is gospel, the preacher is a carny crook. The pillow prophet makes documentaries with absolute proof of election interference. They weave an argument made of gold-plated dung. No surprise, the cloth fades and cracks in the bright sunlight. Jesus said, "The truth will set you free." Pilate asked, "What is truth?" QAnon Kabbalists say, "Buy my truth, enjoy the show." Shifting wealth to the upper class is a con job. Any of them would fake patriotism to grab the prize. The mob feels nice when they poke the eyes of people they despise. Who picked the ones to despise? Now politicians feature on the news. They claim the power and base their followers with lies, lies, lies. Roberta Flack asked, "Where is the love?" Donny Hathaway asked, "Where is the love?" We all ask, "Where is the love?" But you know, love persists. Love looks absurd. Love will bring us through.
Really.
Thank you.
Yeah! Give it up for more, everyone! Give it up for me. Thank you, Dean. Okay, next up, do we have another reader? Do we have another reader? Let's see here. Let's see who I see out there. Judy, are you reading today?
I can.
Okay, perfect. Let me put you back in speaker view. Okay, Judy, if you can give the people of YouTube your name and your piece.
My name and my what?
Your piece, what you're reading.
Oh, my name is Judy Barrat. I live in Sherman Oaks, California, and this is what the moon said. Just after the moon sent the last superstorm and tsunami to Earth and was gearing up to hurl meteor-sized ice balls, which caused freezing, snowy squalls in the warmest regions of the planet in its effort to get our attention, I heard it say, you know, they've been here from the start. They were the first. Some rose up from the sea, alive, though their life force was nearly invisible, but alive nonetheless. But you humans, so smug in your ignorance, completely convinced that all intelligent life looks like you, so clueless that all life has its own complex method of communication, you just don't see. The mountains know the truth of everything that ever occurred, the real truth of creation and what will be after humans are gone. If the vegetation stops breathing, you will too. It all communicates with each other. The mountains, plants, trees, flowers, the sea, all of it. And you humans just poison it all, not even aware that you're poisoning yourselves. This beautiful earth is more than 4.5 billion years old, and it's damn tired of your disrespect. In fact, the entire universe is pretty pissed off that all the warnings have been ignored. The superstorms, the tornadoes, the tsunamis, the earthquakes. Get a grip, humans, before the sun and I let go and your precious planet goes flying into oblivion. Well, that's what the moon said, but no one was listening, except me. I tried to tell some of you, but hell, no one listens to me either.
Yes! Judy Parrott, everyone! Give it up for Judy Parrott. Okay, John, yes.
Who had a better background, Judy or me?
Okay, Rose Neal. Rose Neal, do you have a poem today? Can you unmute yourself? Let me go back to speaker view and see if I can get Rose up here. Rose, please unmute your mic. Okay, perfect.
All right.
Okay,
Are you somewhere looking for love? It is out there, somewhere, maybe reticent, timorous, running faster than a hare. Quietly approach it, no haste. Slowly nurture it with care, as gentle as a light feather, as sweet as a rose petal. Grow it like a delicate plant, requiring stringent nutrients. And when finally it blooms, you will be the lucky duck. If it does not survive, no blame to anyone. Maybe you have a brown thumb. maybe it is not suitable for you. All right.
Wow, thank you, Rose. Thank you, Rose. Okay, let me see here. Who else do we have out there in Poetry Land that has not read yet? Linda, are you reading today? Linda Crawford, are you reading today?
Oh, I've got some distraction here. I can't read today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Oh, that's good. All right, I'm gonna. I guess I should read a piece.
Coco, read poem.
Okay. I'm gonna read a poem, but this doesn't qualify for the slam. I'm one of the hosts of the slam, but I will read a piece. Let me see here what I can find. Here we go. Okay. This is my most recent one. And then she said, I want you to worship me, hands and knees on the ground, kissing the earth of my planted seeds of wisdom and hard ship that sailed across the oceans of time's thoughtless prayers to a God that only sees in one-dimension dreams on the paper you wipe your ass with. You see, Mama taught me never to look down, only up at the sky that belonged to the heavenly goddesses of empowerment. Is a one-direction path mapped out on my ovaries, glistening dewdrops of rainbows, capturing the breath of a baby's unheard cry 3 stories down in the welfare line that Grandma knew she should have brought more pennies to pay for her rights to be heard by a man that knows she can handle 10 times the amount of salt-licked wounds and lemon-filled grapes of generosity. Spit seeds that will grow more women to plant more rows of mothers and daughters that don't need much water to survive, since the drought ended when Mother Nature decided to take back all her gifts of oxygen tank-filled observatories. When you finally figure out that women are what bored you into existence and breathed you into life, you know the real truth, that God is a woman filled with vengeance and spite in every racist bigot that she places in front of you, just waiting to see what you'll do. You see, she knows you ain't got the time for that shitless nobody. When your Starbucks landed you a shovel and called it pride, and you just won't let it go because fear equals freedom. When you point the gun in the right direction and pray that the recoil doesn't backfire into your guilt of just being stagnant, of just being another mushroom growing on the fields of equality, telling the worms no one else belongs here but you. Hey, you. Yeah, you. The one reading this with eyes and ears that hear and see the injustice of humanity but do nothing about it. Yeah, you. Did anyone tell you that you saved my life today? How'd I do that, you might say? Well, you read this poem, took in my words, let me breathe over your shoulder as you read it, rather than telling me you ain't got the time for bullshit nobodies like me, a colored woman with only these words to change the world. Yes, thank you, everyone. Okay, do we have any other readers today before we start round 2? Are there any other readers that we missed? Jean, are you reading? Perfect.
No, I can read.
Awesome. Let me get you up in the gallery view, the speaker view. So, okay, Jean, if you can give everybody your name and the piece you're reading.
Gene Schultz, and it just won't fit. This is one I really like. It just won't fit. Most of the things I really love just will not fit in my pocket. The long, thin, red-orange arms of the mighty Ocotillo that line the highway on the drive to Phoenix, like flaming torches across the desert floor. I carry their beauty in my heart and mind because it just won't fit in my pocket. A brown speckled cactus wren comes to rest inside a wide golden ring of bright yellow flowers that encircle the top edges of a short barrel cactus. Their splendor fills my eyes with wonder and my heart, running off the page, with joy. The bird, growing restless, looks at me and flies away, and the cactus just will not fit into my pocket. So I file it away in my memory with all the others. Nature has always provided a source of wonder and awe, from that very first snowflake to the raging rivers, to the long line of white-capped waves extending as far as you can see, caressing the waiting shoreline, to the mighty cliffside dwellings of Mesa Verde and the pit houses that preceded them. Truly a sight to see. Even though I find so many wonderful things in this spectacular garden in which we live, nature continues to capture my awe and my love. Thank you.
Thank you, Gene. Thank you, Gene. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so at this time, yes, sir.
We have a special announcement. We ordered pizza for everybody. Yeah! So it'll be ready in 15 minutes, so come on down and get your free slice. Yeah!
Come on down, grab some pizza with the poet. Okay, I want to ask CaLokie at this time. CaLokie, can you message me in chat and give me your tier of who you want to perform next?
Excuse me, come again?
Can you tell me which are your top picks for the slam?
I already sent you.
You did?
Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, message my.
Go ahead and put it in the chat for me. I don't see it in the chat.
Okay. I got to direct messages to you, but.
Yeah.
Okay. My tops are is James Coates participating?
James Coates, I agree with that one.
Okay, I got him, and let's see, I got him and Sharon Smith Knight.
Sharon Smith Knight, yes.
And let's see.
It was really hard getting this list together, y'all. Let me tell you.
Okay, and Beverly Smith third.
Beverly Smith third.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. My third. Oh my God, my third. I agree with the top two picks for James Coates and Sharon Smith Knight. So let's have each of them read an additional piece, and then we'll see if we have enough time for more readers.
And we determined the winner between Sharon Smith Knight and James Coates.
I just wondered, can we do that by audience?
No, they're going to read again. They're going to read again. Both of them are going to read again. You got to earn it. Earn that pizza.
All right, hang on a second, Sharon. Let me put you back in. I'm going to put you in speaker view. Okay, Sharon Smith Knight, can you give us the name of your piece?
Thank you.
Oh, hang on. There we go.
Can you hear me all right?
Yep, you're good.
All right. This is from an anthology. Nope, let me see. Now, this is my book. This is called The Man Who Used to Live Here. And the poem is entitled, Shit Happens. I asked what happened, and he said, shit happens. As if that explained everything. As if I should be satisfied with that answer to my question. Shit doesn't just happen. We happen to shit. Unless, of course, we're very young or incontinent. And that's no shit. Now, some people want to shit but can't shit, in which case they're full of shit. Some people do shit. Others we can't get to do shit. So we're shit out of luck. There is dumb shit and sick shit. People start shit and talk shit. But when the shit hits the fan, some people are chicken shit and get the shit beat out of them, and that's tough shit. Now, some think that they're hot shit because they don't take no shit, because they got their shit together. If we continue to live, we will continue to shit. And that's good shit. But shit doesn't just happen. That's what some shithead wants us to believe. And that's deep shit. We are not just occupants or recipients. We are participants of life, free to choose when and where to shit, how much shit to take, and when to tell someone to eat shit and die, to shit or not to shit. That is the question, not the answer. Even animals don't shit where they eat, and that's true shit. So how could shit just happen? As if our asses had nothing to do with the brain's decision to shit at that particular time and place? No, shit doesn't just happen. We happen to shit, and that's the real shit. And any other explanation is bullshit. Thank you.
Sharon.
Sharon's good night, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sharon is the shit. Yeah. That's an original thought, copyright Joshua Corwin, 2021.
Okay, all right. James Coates. Can you come back up, please?
Come on, James.
All right, let me find something to read. Okay, here we go. It's titled, I Would Not Call It a Rock. I want to write a poem about a rock, where the rock is not a metaphor for the hardness a boy is taught to display. The rock is not expected to smash the windows as if its nature is to be violent. The rock would not be a symbol of being stepped on by the powerful patriarchy. In this world, the rock does not denote minorities pounded by a sea of racism or waves of abuse sanding it to fit in. In this place, the rock is just allowed to be a rock, existing where it is, how it is, and not required to select from a binary in fear of being ground down to dust. It doesn't wonder why other rocks come in smaller ovals than it does, or compare itself to other rocks with lighter shades or smoother textures. If this rock were in the movie, it would still be a rock at the end, and nobody would tell it that it's being a rock the wrong way, because it doesn't represent all rocks. I want to write a poem that will make people smile when it speaks about nature, where pressure doesn't force the rocks to transform into something else to be valued. No, in this place, the rock is just allowed to be a rock and never turn into a gravestone.
All right, judges. I don't know about you. But, fire and fire is just more fire. I think we should call that a tie.
We can't decide. They're both so fantastic.
Right?
We got two winners.
We have two winners.
Pizzas. Yeah.
Yay! Let's give it up for Sharon Smith Knight and James Coates. Yes, CaLokie.
Oh, I just say that Sharon Smith, it's really some good shit from her.
I agree. That was some good shit.
I'm glad you like my shit.
Hey, James shit is good too, man.
A rock in the hard place, so I think
We've had a special request to hear from GT again, so I'm hoping GT is willing to read.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, I get to do great. My poem. Hey, I think I'm supposed to turn this in some way so you can see me.
No. That's
not it.
You're in person.
All right, I'm in person, so you ain't got to worry about it. All right.
You're in person. They want to see you.
Okay, my poem is Hip to the Jive.
Yeah.
Grade school. Jumping rope and recess cheers. Straight off the auction block. 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits a dollar. All for Galen Clark. Stand up and holler. Push 'em back, way back. We're hip to the jive. Come on, team, skin 'em alive. Hip, 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 hoorah. Hip, 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 hoorah. Rhyming line shouts of altruistic joy. For each hurrah, count 50 boys. 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits a dollar. What am I bid? What am I bid? The curse of Ham, perpetual servitude for the kidnapped, shiftless, glib, foolish, trifling, worthless, inherently inferior, heathen blacks. But to explain the insane, when language and understanding are turned on their head, love of self becomes hate and dread. The black curse never was, but is a conjurer's attempt to justify. It's nigger become my nigger and somehow stamped okay. It's jive, a false truth, a tease meant to cajole the black-white lie. Yep, comprenden? Entienden? Get it? Got it? Good. If you are keenly informed, aware of the latest, greatest, able to walk the walk, talk the talk, and swing the dance, that's a kind of hip. A little hipster, yet never a hippie hip. Hipness makes you the hipper hippest who always knows what's up. But that's jargon, slang talk. Hipsterism as a way of life lived in unconventional patterns of jazz and religions of unknown origin. Ours is the hip, hype, huff of old High German, the mammalian trunk formed by the pelvis and upper femur. The language was also spoken by Dutch seamen. The word's etymology traces to cubitum, elbow, and Latin, traces to Latin cubitum, elbow, and cubare, to lie. Hip and thigh on the hip to hip on a Dutch slave ship. Black gold prisoners hooked hip to the jive, spelled G-Y-V-E, and rhymes with live from Middle English to the Middle Passage. Fettered and shackled to hold them back, the blacks developed ham bone sign. Ham bone, where you been? Ham bone, what you see? Rum and guns being traded for me. Not ship shape. They were sick on that Dutch slave ship. To relieve and feed the captives, their tormentors gave them slack. They aired out on the top deck, but were held close for fear they'd leap into the ocean and attempt to swim back. Then the dead were tossed into the deep, the fit poked and herded back to the dank foul stench and filth below, and there they were latched by their hips to the jives. Ham bone, where you been? Been down yonder going again. In Barbados, the captains counted the slaves by tens. Each live 10 counted as one hip. 5 hips to 1 hurrah. Hip, 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 hurrah. Hip, 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 hurrah. Shackled and chained, they were shuttled ashore, reined and corralled into the Negro pens to store. 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits a dollar. What am I bid? What am I bid for these sable sons and daughters? Bidders, do not be shy. Touch, feel, believe your eye. No smallpox, nothing phony here. They have learned the whip and jive to fear. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, see her stout hips. What am I bid? What am I bid? 2 bits, 4 bits, catch one by the toe. Look at the large neck, arms and shoulders. 6 bits, 6 bits a dollar. Man here says $50 if he hollers. Let him go. Any more bits? Ham bone, where you been? Ham bone, what you see? Seed man and wife sold on block apart. heard children cry. What broke your heart? Once, twice, so.
GT. That's right. This pizza could be yours.
Wow, this reading would not have been complete.
I'd like to bring on Jesse Ray Tovar for a special announcement. Jesse.
Pineapple on that pizza?
Hello, everyone. So we have a special announcement. It's fresh news, breaking news. May 29th for the next Spectrum launch party. It will be right here again at My Place Cafe from 3 to 5.
And we'll Zoom it too. Don't worry, we'll Zoom it too. But if you come here, free pizza. Just saying. Okay, Coco, you want to close this out?
Okay. All right, now, what a reading. Oh, my goodness. This has been a first for Spectrum. I think a first for this poetry community. We are live on YouTube. Live Place Cafe events. We are also live on Zoom. We are also live in person. Oh my God.
Live coast to coast.
Coast to coast. So I appreciate every single one of you. Congratulations to all of you. Everybody's a winner to me. Every piece was beautiful and gracious.
Next week, the big winners on Zoom.
The
Stay
big
tuned.
winners on Zoom. Stay tuned. We'll post that on Saturday Afternoon Poets, and we'll also post that on Spectrum Publishing. You're able to vote, so make sure that you vote for the vlog spots. Make sure you vote for the vlog spots for the broadside contest winners, and that's it, right?
The deadline is April 22nd to vote.
Deadline is April 22nd to vote, everyone. April 22nd to vote. And you can find that at Spectrum Broadside. .blogspot.com.
Saturday Afternoon Poetry has information.
Okay. Saturday Afternoon Poetry has a link to the blogspot. So look for that there so that you can place your vote. Place your vote to vote for your broadside winners. Linda Singer! Linda, are you going to read today?
No.
Oh my goodness! Linda Singer, everyone.
I had company for 4 days, family, so I didn't get on till 4:30. But I also miss Linda Crawford, her reading on Thursday night, and I hate that.
No, it's been postponed. Coming Thursday.
It's been postponed, and it's coming on Thursday, Linda. This Thursday. So you can also replay.
I didn't read today either. I have a grandbaby with me, and we've been distracted.
Okay.
On head was fantastic.
Canyon Poets. Oh, okay. She's featuring with the Canyon Poets Thursday, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's with Katrina Canyon.
Woo!
Okay, perfect. If you don't know how to get to Canyon Poets, you can contact either myself or GT, and we can get you that information. The link to the Canyon Poetries for this coming Thursday. Linda Singer has her event tomorrow. There's also Carol. Carol has her reading tomorrow, right, Sharon?
Right, Carol at 10:30 or 11, I think it is.
So there are 2 readings tomorrow. I hope I see all of you there. I think that's about it, everyone. I think that's about it. Thank you so much for all your time and beautiful poetry. Congratulations. You can watch the replay. If you missed any part of this broadcast, you can watch the replay on YouTube, and we will make that link available to you. Thank you once again to everyone. This was amazing. Thank you to Don Kingfisher Campbell. Thank you to Don Kingfisher Campbell for making this possible.
Hey, everybody. Did you know this is my 25th anniversary hosting our poetry readings? 25 years. 25 years. I started in 1996.
Oh my God, we gotta do something special. Happy anniversary to John. Okay, perfect. Oh my God, this is monumental, you guys. Monumental. Yes.
gonna come right now so we can, so she can say a few words because we're thanking her and stuff.
All right, perfect. Yes.
My Place Cafe.
We're here at My Place Cafe, and we want to thank. Miss. What was her name?
Latanya Smith.
Latanya Smith. Latanya, can you come over here?
There's the
Latanya.
camera.
So this is My Place Cafe. Latanya Smith, thank you so much
Thank you.
for hosting this event today. This was awesome. You can find My Place Cafe in Pasadena, California. We are off of Los Robles and Woodbury. Perfect. And you are open every day from 10 a.m. to 2, is that correct?
No, 7:30 a.m. till 2.
Okay, perfect.
Yay! So
come and get your
come and
special treats.
visit.
Woohoo! Yes!
Thank you.
Okay, everyone, that's going to conclude our event for today. We will see all of you next Saturday live on Zoom. Till then, take care and stay special.
Take us out, Coco.
Bye, everyone! Bye. Okay, you got to end it on here.
I'm ending it on here.
Okay.
Thank you and good night.